Today I'd like to show you a great tip to prevent your bass strings from going out of tune after you've changed to a drop D tuning. Hi, I'm David Jaggs and this is short tutorial number 5 in a series of tips and lessons on all things classical guitar. If you'd like to see the other videos that I've made in the series, please click on the link above. I'd like to talk a little about alternative tunings. String players refer to them as scordatura. Steel string guitarists say drop D tunings, but we classical guitarists tend to just say 6 to D. A lot of pieces have this marking at the top of the score, which means you have to tune the 6th string down from an E to a D. It can either appear like this or this. Some pieces ask for the 5th string to be tuned down to a G as well, in the same way. These tunings can give us access to some really fantastic new sonorities. Take this D minor chord with the drop D in the bass. Really lovely full sound. And if you take the 5th down to the G as well, you can get access to bass notes that would normally be difficult, like in the key of G here. You've got your tonic and dominant notes in the basses there. But it's not without its drawbacks as well. A simple barred E chord like this will now, you'll have to bring this finger up here to get an F chord. So, and a C chord is going to look slightly awkward like this. So do be aware that there are downsides to these tunings as well. If you're in the middle of giving a recital or taking an exam or an audition, the last thing you want is for your strings to start going out of tune halfway through the piece. Now, unfortunately, with all these alternative tunings, that's something that does happen quite a lot, especially if you've got new strings on. So, yeah, you can start your piece and you're lovely, perfectly in tune, but the string gradually will drift. Try and get back to the E, and by the time you're halfway through the piece, it's going to sound really horrible, and your concentration goes, you're all over the place then. So let's have a look at a way of avoiding this happening. So I'll begin by bringing the E string down to the D, but let's not stop there, let's go on and get it down to an octave below the 5th string. Very, very low. So once you reach that, bring it back up again. And there it is. You can check it with the harmonic. And it should, 99% of the time, stay put. So that's the method that I use for retuning. If you're doing the A down to a G, again, don't stop at the G, but go right down an octave below the 4th string. There we are. And then come back up again. And that should just stay put again. So it gives you one less thing to worry about, and you can concentrate on the music that way. If this seems like a really big ordeal, it doesn't really take too long once you're used to the process. I'll show you. So if that's how long it takes me to do it. So it shouldn't be too much of a distraction for an audience. There are other types of alternative tuning. Lute music is often played with the 3rd string tuned to an F sharp. And I've even played a 6 to C tuning in Schindler's List. So always check the top of the score before you start to learn a piece, especially if you're a tablature only player. If any of you have got a method for returning from the D up to the E without that drifting back down out of tune, do leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification, and you won't miss any more videos like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.